How's it going, everyone? Just doing a low light test of my Sanyo Xacti VPC-CG10 flash memory camcorder video camera. I really prefer video camera over camcorder. Such a ridiculous word. Anyway, so yeah, this camera is currently manually set ISO to 50. Focal length, everything's autofocus right now. None of the manual focus stuff is on. The EV shift is normal. It's at 0 right now. So yeah, this camera has a really nice optical zoom. Sometimes it takes a little while for the autofocus to really kick in. Like right now, this subject is probably about half a meter away from me. So maybe, actually no. Maybe like 2 feet. I'm sitting 2 feet away. Camera's 2 feet away from my computer right now. So yeah, like this is all the way in, 5 times zoom. Sometimes it's blurry at first, but it makes an effort to really focus it. Sometimes it doesn't fully focus, but the thing is, if you zoom in all the way, for some reason the camera tries to imagine that you're zooming in on something that's really far away. And as a result, it gets kind of blurry because the focal point is a little further out than it actually is. Like, the nice thing about this camera, though, is if you have it set to manual focus, you can actually set the focal length from anywhere from 1 centimeter out to infinity focus, and like in between there's like a 50 centimeter distance, 70 centimeter distance, and then 1 meter, and then 1.5 meters, and then 8 meters, and then infinity focus. So if you really want to get like a nice little depth of field effect on your subject, you should definitely make good use of the manual focus settings. The only problem with the manual focus settings is that you have to set it before you start recording, because once you start recording you cannot change any of the camera's options for shooting. So yeah, another nice thing about this camera is that it has a camera function. It can take up to 10 megapixel pictures if you're not in video mode. But if you are in video mode and you want to take a picture of your subject, then you're going to have to basically only take it in 0.9 megapixels is what the camera reads right now. So you would just slightly hold the shutter release for the camera to get it to focus, and then you would push it all the way in to actually take the picture, just like on any modern day point and shoot camera. So yeah, here, let me try and exemplify this a little bit. This is a Ferrari F430 Scuderia poster that I have on my wall. It's probably about a meter away. Yeah, the wall's about a meter away from the camera. So yeah, let's see if we can move my lamp here. There we go, maybe right there. Let's see if we can. Alright, so remember, this poster is a meter away from me. So I'm just gonna zoom into this. Now usually, if it's poor lighting conditions, it'll take the camera to really get the autofocus right. Like if I maybe move this up a little bit. Come on. There you go. See, yeah, sometimes it takes a little while, but sometimes it eventually gets it. Other times it takes a really long time for it to really get it. So yeah, this is the 5 times optical zoom. This is zoomed in all the way optical. The camera also comes with a 12 times digital zoom, which brings the camera's grand total zoom up to 60 times zoom. Now there's the autofocus kind of bumming out again. Hold on. See if we can get another. There we go. Okay. So let me try if I can zoom in on this right here, the max speed text of the scooter. God, the lighting is terrible. Alright, hold on. Alright, now when you zoom out, it's usually fine, but only when you zoom in, like all the way, the autofocus kind of lags a little bit. Alright, so the speed. Max speed of the Scuderia. Okay, so we are zoomed in 5 times all the way right now. We're going to go in. This is halfway through the digital zoom. Okay. and this is zoomed in all the way with digital zoom. So this is supposed to be 60 times zoom. Again, the poster is 1 meter away, and that text is, I guess it's pretty, I guess it's kind of small, I guess. Well, here's a, okay, here's a, for reference, here's a PlayStation, here's a MacBook, and then posters, I don't know what I'm comparing here. Anyway, so let's see if I can get the SCCA calendar. So yeah, under good lighting conditions, the autofocus usually works a little bit better. Here's all the way zoomed in with digital zoom. Zoom out, 5 times optical, and then, so yeah, I'm 19-inch monitor. So once again, all settings are set to automatic except for the ISO, which I manually set to 50, because typically if you're in low light conditions and you just set it to automatic ISO, it'll run maybe 100, 200, 400 ISO, and that's what makes the picture really grainy. So if you're in low light conditions, it's definitely a good idea to set the ISO to a little bit lower and maybe mess with the EV shift a little bit, maybe shift it up to +1 or +1.5 maybe, which you can also set manually, but you can't do it while you're filming, once again. See if I can get my clock right here. So again, the lighting is low lighting, very low lighting in my apartment right now. In my apartment, my room. So let's see if we can... So like, obviously this is one of those moments when it's kind of taking a little bit longer, but it eventually does get the right focus. And like, I've used this camera during the day before, and the autofocus definitely works a lot better when the lighting is better. For those of you that are curious. So yeah, like with the autofocus, you can't really, sometimes you will run into this problem where if you zoom in all the way on a subject that's about half a meter away, if you go all the way with the 5 times zoom, it gets blurry. But you can actually set the manual focus to like a half meter, which is like, what is it, 50 centimeters? I hope that's right. So yeah, you can manually set the focal length to 50 centimeters, which is the distance of this subject right now. And then as a result, the actual cup will be in focus, and then everything else behind it or in front of it will be out of focus, which is a pretty cool effect if you really want to be able to mess with like focal length with or depth of field when you're shooting like a video with this camera. That's a really nice option to have. It's pretty cool. Zoom in on that. You can slightly feel the autofocus working inside the camera. You can tell it's really trying to put in some effort. Alright, maybe this isn't the best thing to zoom in on right now. Try this. You can feel it right there. Right there, okay. So yeah, sometimes the autofocus, depending on the lighting conditions, it'll take a little bit longer, but eventually it does pick up. Like right there, I kind of messed it up again. Okay. The nice thing about this camera also is that it records in H.246, the MP4 format. So if you have a PlayStation 3 like I do, you can just kind of plug in the memory card into the unit, or just connect it via USB. You'll be able to watch all your high definition videos from your Xacti on your big screen TV, assuming you have a PS3 hooked up. So yeah, iPod Touch, blurring again. Let's try the keyboard again. There we go. Almost. Come on. See, like right there it's fine, but then when you really go in, kind of gets blurry. Yeah, whatever. Alright, well there you go. This is my quick video test of the Sanyo Xacti CG10 720p HD camcorder, video camera.